And now we move on to where, because I'd like to get you thinking about possibilities, what space you might have access to if you're considering a garden. So you may be already lucky enough to have a backyard or a front yard space. And people always ask if it's possible to grow food in front yards. So here are two very different front yards. And the answer is yes, you can. You are allowed to do that. But the other thing to think about, I always ask people to think inside the box, not outside the box, but inside the box. So balconies are great places to grow food, courtyards, patios, even a driveway. You can put a container on a driveway, and on a rooftop are all possibilities. And here's another couple of examples, just someone who is using containers to grow food right beside their lawn. And the picture on the right is at Ryerson University. So in a courtyard beside a fountain, people have set up containers for growing food. Think vertical. Think of ways that you can grow up. Beans are fabulous. There's some bottle gourds here that you can see that grew right up, this group of people there grew right up their tree. So you use what space you already have. Condo developers are starting to see gardens as an amenity for their residents. It's a very positive thing for people to have. And here's one that's on top of a rooftop on the left. And this one on the right is a place at Jane and Finch where it's a community garden. So I think people have to get really creative about getting access to space for growing, because there's a very long waiting list to get into community gardens. It's hard to get new ones started. So one of the things that people are starting to do is garden sharing. So if you have part of your house where you've got some garden space, or you've got a driveway and you're not really using it, you could share that space with someone who is a grower, who will grow food there. So here's a couple of examples of people who are growing food on someone else's property. But even beyond homeowners, you can also be thinking about other spaces. So for instance, here, University of Toronto, this is just a stairway. So just a space beside a staircase. You can grow food there. You can think about containers that are movable. So if you can only be in a space for a short period of time, then these containers can be moved either within the season or from season to season.